When you find alignment, you become in that moment of alignment more than human. You become this blended, complete version of yourself. You become more than human. You become one with source energy. So what that really means is you're really more powerful. It comes across to others as you're very charismatic, very magnetic, very charismatic. That's a really good word. Think of it like your performers, the performers of your world, the artists of your world. They understand this because when they're in that moment of performing, they're so in the vortex, they're so in alignment with who they really are, with all of that life has caused them to want, that they're more than just that singer that is on the stage, so much more than a physical thing, because there's so much more than the physical world, because we're all meeting here vibrationally. We're all meeting here vibrationally because we are vibrationally more focused than we are physical, because we are those extensions of the vibrations into the physical. We are those extensions of source energy. And while we're here, it's not that source is somewhere else and we're here and we've been dumped here and we're just finding our way back to source. It's not like that at all. It's that we are source. We are the leading edge of source. And while all of us and all of you are the leading edge of source, then you're getting the full exposure to the variety. And that really was so enticing when you decided to come into this body. You were down to come into this body. The idea of variety, the idea of clarity, the idea of wanting something, and then at first not believing in it, and knowing that there would be no action. It would only be a mental, mind, focus work. You would talk yourself into your desires, and in talking yourself into your desires, you would feel better, and in the feeling better, you would have fun, and in that feeling of having fun, and the feeling of feeling better, and the feeling of having that control, the hands in the clay, everything you want would come. Source is here with you, watching this video, listening to your music, cooking your food with you, writing all of your books, your movies, your screenplays, interested in the music that you are interested in creating. Source is here with you. And the question is, are you allowing the full resonance of source? Because when you're allowing the full resonance, the fullness of source to be resonating within your body, you feel good. And if you're not, if you're deciding to focus on an opinion that is opposite of your inner being's opinion, that is opposite of your source, and that's what your negative emotion is. And it's so interesting because you're really understanding all this. You're getting an idea of alignment, and that alignment is you can align to any frequency. Aligning is understanding that here you are a point of attraction, and there are vibrations vibrating everywhere, and you can focus on whatever you want, and focusing on it, then you vibrate with it, and in vibrating with it, law of attraction comes through, and it gives you more of that, because law of attraction does not discriminate. Law of attraction is fair. Law of attraction is going to give you more of whatever you're focusing on. So the point of this video is to help you understand and to be very clear about what you want to be, what you want to focus on. You know how to do this. You know how to release resistance and go into this vibrational reality, this source energy, this receiving mode, this replenishment mode. You know how to release that resistance, because it's not about doing anything other than releasing the resistance, because naturally your source energy, so your vibration is already naturally high. Everything is built just for you to win in every single case, because there's only a source of well-being. So there's no source that is holding your desires back. There's no jury that has been deciding that you're not a match to your desire yet. It's not like that at all. It's all about your ability to perceive it. It's all about your ability to manifest it. It's all about your expectation. And the thing is, you want to expect more. You want to not give so much airtime to the beliefs that don't feel good, and more airtime to the beliefs that do feel good, because you can't talk about what you don't want and why you don't want it and why you really don't want it. You can't have that type of conversation without getting more of that. And the thing is, reality makes it so easy for you to do that. Reality makes it easy. You know, you understand how to release resistance, and while you understand how to release resistance, then you can get into the vortex. And while you're in the vortex, you're going to get a sort of a sense, a feeling. It's going to manifest in the form of an emotion. And while you're getting that emotion, something is being unveiled to you, something is being revealed to you. The manifestation process is beginning. But the thing is, your capacity to stay in the vortex, to receive the path and to stay on the path, is what this is all about. That's what focus is all about. It's about being able to stay on a frequency long enough that you can see it through, that you can be on there long enough that you can allow the momentum to parlay it into bigger and bigger things, so that you are seeing the manifestations. Because you're just, thing is, if we're talking about law of attraction, we are talking about momentum. So if there's something that you've been wanting and you're not really experiencing it, and the thing is, we're all about physical manifestation here. We want you to have all of your physical manifestation. It's just that it's so easy, because we know your manifestations are certain. Your manifestations are not only certain, they're inevitable. You're going to experience all of them. And it doesn't matter if you don't experience them in this lifetime. You have many other lifetimes. You have your what you call your death experience, which really isn't such a bad thing. You really release all of your resistance, and you immediately become a vibrational match. So that's what quantum leaping is. It's about instantly becoming a vibrational match. But while you're here in this resistant universe, in this resistant based universe environment, that causes you to always want preferences to always be born within you, then you're not going to have that sort of instant manifestation. And if you do, it's a little like impactful. It's about that gradual releasing of resistance. But the thing is, you decided to come into this body. You decided to put yourself into this, into this resistant environment because you were down. That was interesting to you. You thought it was so enticing and you just couldn't pass this offer up. You decided to manifest yourself, and that focus is still here. That purpose is still here. And while you're in the vortex, you're going to get the knowings. And what we're saying today, the knowing needs to be enough. The emotion, the very theoretical fact, and at first it's theoretical, and then you can feel it, is that you have a vibrational version of your desire. Your desire does exist. Nothing is absent. And if you can go there with us by just understanding, or by even just, focusing on the simple fact that it is vibrational here, it does vibrationally exist, and then as you sort of stay there for a little longer and allow momentum to pick up simply by your focus to it, and as you focus on it because you like the way it feels, and as momentum picks up, then you have to get manifestation. The details need to fill in. They must fill in, because the thing is, if you're feeling good about a desire, then it must manifest. It's the law. But the thing is, if you're feeling good about the desire and you're not seeing manifestations, it's because you're feeling good about it, but then you're also talking about the fact that it's not here. And that's the thing about what is that what is so enticing, what is so enamoring. You're manifested. So then what is manifested. So you're going to talk about it. You're going to talk about why you don't want what you don't want. So you're going to talk about, of course I want money. And the reason why I don't want money, the reason why I want money is because I don't want to be poor. And I really, 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 really don't want to be poor. And we're saying, well, you have to learn how to focus, because your guidance system lets you know in this now moment, you have a sophisticated guidance system that tells you, hey, right now, is this thought going in the direction of your desire, or is it going against the flow of your desire? And the thing is, when you feel good, then that means that you're going to see your manifestation. But the thing about your manifestations, think about the physical manifestation, is that is 99% already vibration completed. So that means that when you reach for the vibrational emotion of your desire, because right now all of your desires exist, but none of them exist physically right now, so you can't manifest it. You have to become sensitive to another world, which is the vibrational world. You have to become sensitive, and as you become sensitive, you learn to use other sensory other senses other than your 5 senses. You learn how to use the sensory perception of your emotion, which is translating this vibrational reality into something that is real. Emotions are real. You can feel it. You can literally. So isn't that interesting? You can feel the realness of your desire. You can feel the realness of your billions. But the thing is, you can't do anything with that emotion, because the thing is, you're so used, because you're humans, and because you're very interested in the action journey. You know how to. If I want to get water right now, I can get up and get a glass of water. But the thing is, when I feel an emotion right now and it feels good, and I sense that I'm gonna be rich, I sense my fortune right there, you can't do anything with that. You can't go to the bank right now and take that. And so in that way, the action journey doesn't really help you in this vibrational world, that we're so emphatically talking about. So the only thing that does work is allowing. So what do we mean by allowing? We mean don't throw resistance on the trail. We mean don't worry about turning this emotion right now into the manifestation right now, by allowing this emotion to just be whatever it is right now, which is an emotion. And the reason why you can do that is because it feels good to you. So it's like a 2-for-1. So you think about it and it feels good, and the reason why you want it is to feel good, and you feeling good about it, it manifests. But the thing is, you had fun all along the way. So you're getting the prize, you're getting the end goal, the end run around everything. So what we're really saying here is spend less time talking about what is. But the thing is, it's hard to do that because you're so used to justifying it. But the thing is, if you can get out of that sort of justifying mode, meaning I want to explain why I don't have it, I want to explain why I don't have it, and just accept that it's vibrational here right now, so I'm going to give attention to the vibrational here-ness, then what you're gonna notice is that you actually want to think about your desires. You actually want to have your hands in the clay, because you're daydreamers, you're focusers of energy, and you're summoning a lot of energy. And the worst thing in the world for a creator like you, who knows who they really are, who in a world of confusion, in a world of perceived confusion, can truly get a bead on exactly who they are. They know who they are, especially new ones coming in, and the rare ones of you that came into this reality, and they knew exactly who they were. But the thing is, that knowing was you releasing your resistance, so that you were actually able to translate what was in that vortex. But the thing is, it's like you know something, but you're trying to make the knowing into physical right now, and the fact that it's not physical right now it's not, then that throws resistance. And that's what we're saying just relax on the manifestation part, make it about the emotion. Because when it's about the emotion, meaning you're talking about, okay, it's vibrational here right now, so you're looking for the existing match. So not a match that it hasn't turned into a thing yet, but it's existing, meaning it's already here, meaning it already has momentum. So when we talk about it being vibrational here, the idea of or the theory of law of attraction kicks in. So you talk about what you do know. So so then there's less resistance, because at first it starts general, and then as law of attraction makes it more and more specific, you can actually sustain that vibration. And as you sustain that vibration, as you are able to focus on that frequency and subject longer, then your capacity to receive is more, because when there's something that you really want and you're really not in alignment with it, it feels horrible. And so many people are like, well, let me just not want that, so they stop trying to want it. But the thing is, you can never go back on your desire, because your inner being has already become it, because the universe has already figured out the way, the path of least resistance, for you to get to where you want to go. Because remember, your inner being knows where you are right now, and knows exactly how to get you to everywhere you want to go, everywhere you are wanting to go, given all of your resistant beliefs. It can guide you on each and every one, because your inner being does not care. Your inner being's only, well, the thing is, your inner being doesn't care, because your inner being is living its best life. And the question is, are you living your best life? And the reason why your answer might be no is because you're not living your what is sucks. But we're saying, well, what is will always be like that one, but also you can't let what is be the reason why you're not feeling good, because that's what you're really looking for. That's what you're really reaching for, because the emotional manifestation is still one that is really important. So as you're sort of buying into this vibrational reality, then you first have to feel it, and you have to. The feeling is not real in the sense where you can't see it yet. The thing is, it doesn't need to be real. You can feel it, you can understand it, because it will turn into a physical thing. The emotional reality will turn into a physical reality. But the thing is, you can't need to turn into a physical reality, because if on this journey that you're quantifying, that is quantifiable, if on this journey you're so hell-bent on not the vibrational version, but the vibrational version finally turning into the physical thing, because many of your friends will be asking, well, I get it, the emotional manifestation, but when does the emotion actually turn into the physical? And we're like, but that's the thing though, you know how to find the emotional, you know how to feel good about your desire, but as soon as you feel good about it, you're like, where is it? Because we really want it, and we get it, you want it to be physical. But the thing is, you have to allow, because you can't take this action journey in a vibrational world. And that's what we're saying that everything you want is vibrational, and so you have to really allow it. You have to learn that your work is never effort. Your work is the path of least resistance, is always emotional. So your job is to feel good. And the thing is, it's up to you. Do you like to think about your desire, or do you feel like you need to think about it to make it come faster? That's for you to figure out, and that's for you to feel. And your GPS system, your guidance system that's built in within you, it'll help you do that, because we know you like to have your hands in the clay, but you also like drama. You also like the drama, which is what is. You like talking about what is. You like to justify it. You like to explain it. But no one out there, their opinion of you doesn't matter. So there's no one that you have to fight who can understand you. No one can understand you, because there's nothing more intimate than having an inner being, because your inner being has walked with you through your entire life, in many of your lifetimes, and knows exactly what you want, knows how to get you there. So what you want to do is catch yourself in those early stages when momentum is really small, and don't try to do it in the middle of the day. Do it right when you wake up. Catch yourself when the negative emotion is starting to really, bubble up, because here's the thing. If what you want is not happening, is because of this. It's literally because of this. It's because you can feel good about it. You believe it, but you also doubt it. You believe it and you doubt it. So it's like 50-50. The thing is, we know that you can tip the balance, because you care more about how you feel. And as you allow the emotional manifestation, as you allow, yes, it's a vibrational version right now, and as you allow it to be a feeling thing, because the conditions they're not false, but they're not even fake. They're just past. They're past. They don't matter anymore. But this reality is always. It's always the current reality. It's always the real reality that you want to focus on. But the thing is, it's like, the thing about the vibrational reality is that it's not something that you can see yet. But the thing, what you can see is absence. So you focus more on that. Isn't that interesting? You just focus on what you can see more and more. But we're saying, wow, it's that simple. You're focusing on what you can see more and more, because you're trained to do that, because it feels real to you. But we're saying, focus more on the feeling reality, the emotional reality, on what you can feel, meaning it's vibrational here right now, and it feels good, and I like the feeling of that, and I like talking about it being here, because it feels good. I just like it. So as you're seeing with your emotions instead of seeing with your physical eyes, then momentum works for you, meaning the momentum can parlay these resistance free statements into higher and higher, so that you get to see your manifestations, because you should be seeing manifestations, and you will see manifestations because you're meant to see it. But you want to and you want to know what receiving mode you're in, and you're gonna get better at that. You're gonna get really good at that, and you're gonna have all the manifestations. But the ultimate manifestation is the emotion and how you feel. And so allow yourself to talk about the vibrational version, and allow the prize to be how you feel, because when the manifestation is not in your mind, meaning you haven't given up on it, but it's not something that you're really like counting on right now, because you know why? Because in this now moment you can feel good, and because you can feel good, and you're feeling good is all about your alignment. And what your alignment is about maybe it is about the subject at hand, but it's about your ability to focus on that subject in a way where you can release resistance to get to your, or not get to, but match or feel the resonance of the positive or of your source energy. Damn,